Good evening, people, friends, family. For today, we are reading. Thank you for being seated. We are reading The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I would like to inform you all of two things before we get into it. First off, that this stream was originally titled Noir Dandelion Reads Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde while drinking hot sauce. It is no longer named such because I've decided to not put myself through such a thing. Yes. Secondly, that this will be a very short stream. Just an affiliate stream. Are you really drinking hot sauce? Under no circumstances. Of course not. I decided that I could drink hot sauce and try to read some other time. Hello, Nini. Hi. We're having a very, very demure, very relaxing evening tonight. Reading a psychological horror book, but probably only one page of that psychological horror book. I will be streaming for like 20 minutes max. Hello. Okay. And with that, let's get into it. Take a seat, get some tea, get some crumpets, and relax with me. Chapter 1 is entitled Story of the Door. Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, was a man of rugged countenance that was never lighted by a smile. Cold, scanty, and embarrassed in discourse, backward in sentiment, lean, long, dusty, dreary, and yet somehow lovable. At friendly meetings, and when the wine was to his taste, something eminently human beaconed from his eye, something indeed which never found its way into his talk, but which spoke not only in these silent symbols of after-dinner face, but more often and loudly in the acts of life. He was austere with himself, drank gin when he was alone, to mortify a taste for vintages, and though he enjoyed theatre, he had not crossed the doors of one for 20 years. But he had an approved tolerance for others, sometimes wondering, almost with envy, at the high pressure of spirits involved in their misdeeds, and in any extremity inclined to help rather than reprove. I incline to hate Cain's heresy, he used to say quaintly, and let my brother go to the devil in his own way. In this character, it was frequently his fortune to be the last reputable acquaintance and the last good influence in the lives of down-going men, and to such as these, so long as they came about his chambers, he never marked a shade of change in his demeanor. No doubt the feat was easy to Mr. Utterson, for he was undemonstrative at best, and even his friendship seemed to be founded in a similar catholicity of good nature. It is the mark of a modest man to accept his friendly circle ready-made from the hands of opportunity, and that was the lawyer's way. His friends were those of his own blood, or those whom he had known the longest. His affections, like ivy, for the growth of time. They implied no aptness in the object. Hence, no doubt the bond that united him to Mr. Richard Enfield, his distant kinsman, the well-known man about town. It was a nut to crack for many what these two could see in each other, or what subject they could find in common. It was reported by those who encountered them in their Sunday walks that they said nothing, looked singularly dull, and would hail with obvious relief the appearance of a friend. For all that, the two men put the greatest store by these excursions, counted them the chief jewel of each week, and not only set aside occasions of pleasure, but even resisted the calls of business, that they might enjoy them uninterrupted. It chanced on one of these rambles that their way led them down a by-street in a busy quarter of London. The street was small, and what is called quiet, but it drove a thriving trade on the weekdays. The inhabitants were all doing well. It seemed, and all emulously hoping to do better still, and laying out the surplus of their grains in coquetry, I don't know what that word is, so that the shop front stood along that thoroughfare with an air of invitation, like rows of smiling saleswomen. Even on Sunday, when it veiled its more florid charms and lay comparatively empty of passage, the street shone out in its contrast to its dingy neighborhood, like a fire in a forest, and with its freshly painted shutters, well-polished brasses, and general cleanliness and gaiety of note, instantly caught and pleased the eye of the passenger. 2 doors from one corner, on the left hand going east, the line was broken by the entry of a court, and just at that point a certain sinister block of building thrust forward its gable on the street. It was 2 stories high, showed no window, nothing but a door in the lower story, and a blind, sordid negligence. The door, which was equipped with neither bell nor knocker, was blistered and disdained. Tramps slouched into the recess and struck matches on the panels. Children kept shop upon the steps. The schoolboy had tried his knife on the moldings, and for close on a generation, no one had appeared to drive away these random visitors or to repair their ravages. Mr. Enfield and the lawyer were on the other side of the by-street, but when they came abreast of the entry, the former lifted up his cane and pointed. "Did you ever remark that door?" he asked, and when his companion had replied in the affirmative, "It is connected in my mind," added he, "with a very odd story." Alright, people. Said it would be short and I meant it. I'll catch you again soon. Perhaps with more Jekyll and Hyde, but I think I'll have like a yap. I don't know. I'll think of a clever name including yap. It's over. It's over already. I hope you enjoyed it because that was the small taste you're going to get. That was nice. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That is the end. I'll see you all again. I believe this coming Saturday I'll be streaming again, and I'll probably be talking about nonsense then as well. Another short stream, but thank you all for hanging out with me for that little amount of time, and if you'd like to hear me read more Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, please inform me of such. Have a good evening.